Good morning, and thank you for watching Wmsn Middle School News. I'm Mariah Gribble.
And I'm Savannah Pesse. On today's episode, bees, germs, and ringtones. But first, we go to Preston Marks, who will lead us in the pledge. Preston?
Will you please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Counting today, there are only 5 school days until the holiday break. So if you are a procrastinator, make sure to turn in all late assignments before December 20th, so teachers will be able to grade and submit them on time. Your word is bazinga.
Bazinga. B-A-Z-I-N-G-A. Bazinga. Be ready and study for the spelling bee on February 5th. For more information, ask your language arts teacher.
Miss Sharp is looking for students with angelic voices, but will settle for people who just want to sing. 6th graders, sign up now with your counselor for 2nd semester choir during 6th period. What do you know about your school's environment? The students in Miss Bird and Mr. Chapman's class conducted a lab to find where bacteria likes to live in our school. To report their findings, we spoke to Isaac Shelley, Tommy Crest, Catherine Getline, and Haley Bench.
You may have been wondering what the maps set up around the school are for. The 7th grade science classes have taken a study on bacteria. Each period, students swabbed certain items in different classrooms. The students then let the bacteria grow in a warm, dark place. After the bacteria developed, students recorded the information and then made the maps.
Yellow indicates low bacterial growth. This sample will have about 1/4 or less with bacterial growth. But orange means medium bacterial growth. That will have about 1/2 full of bacteria. But red, that means high bacterial. It'll have about 3/4 or more with bacterial growth. Did you know this 6th grade hall has a low or medium bacterial growth? Way to keep clean 6th graders. But 2/3 of our water fountains in Wasilla Middle School have a high bacterial growth. Better pack a water bottle.
There were 2 samples that had the highest level of bacteria growth. The upper level 8th grade girls' bathroom and the bottom of Mr. Moore's shoes.
Wasn't Mr. Moore in our classroom as a guest teacher when we sampled his shoes?
Yes.
Wasn't he walking on our tables that day?
Yeah, that was really weird.
Ew!
We tested many classrooms and found most of them to have bacteria levels of medium to low. Thank goodness. But there's something interesting. Mr. Chapman didn't let us test his classroom. Something to hide, sir? Are you a bad scientist building Frankenstein, or is your classroom just madly dirty?
And since we are on the subject of germs, it's that time of year when classrooms start to feel a little empty. As we notice many of our peers out with the flu, we start to worry about getting sick ourselves. So Wmsn's own Madeline Kelly asked Nurse Wendy how to better prevent and fight back against influenza this flu season.
Thanks. I'm here with Nurse Wendy to ask her some questions about this flu season. Thanks, Nurse Wendy. She's going to tell us some information on the flu and how to prevent it. What's the difference between the flu and a cold?
The common cold and the flu, well, they're both viruses, but they're just different viruses. And how they affect our body and the symptoms that we receive, those are some of the differences.
What are some ways to prevent getting the flu?
Washing hands and sneezing into your elbow or a tissue is really good because then you can throw it away. And we use hand sanitizer. Some teachers have that in the school. Or just going into the bathroom and washing your hands, cleansing them, because it's past when we touch our desk or our pencils or our notebooks or even each other.
So when is exactly flu season?
All the time. It's all the time, actually. The flu bug is always going around. It typically peaks, though, according to statistics, in February. So we're entering, right. But actually, I have kids who are sick, students who come the first day of school, they're sick, and the last day of school. And then people get it during the summer, right in the middle of the summer when it's nice and warm out. So it's always here.
I'm Madeline Kelly. Remember, stay healthy. Back to you.
Well, that is it for today's edition of WMSN. I'm Mariah Gribble.
And I'm Savannah Pesse. Thanks for
Bless you.